British forces have been out in strength supporting the emergency services as the UK remains in the grip of icy weather conditions. Heavy snow and sub-zero temperatures have brought much of the country to a standstill, closing schools, blocking roads and leaving thousands of people stranded. And it's not only in the UK where winter has taken hold. Forces news reporters in Germany and the UK have been finding out more. We start with Claire Sadler in Buckinghamshire.
Here at RAF Wootton, most people have managed to make it into work today despite the snow, and it's pretty much been business as usual, but that's not been the case everywhere. In Scotland, at RAF Lucas in Fife, they've got around 9 inches of snow. Staff there working around the clock to keep the runway open so the tornadoes can continue to fly at short notice. The runway at RAF Kinloss is also open thanks to some hard work. Kinloss is the diversion airport for the quick reaction aircraft. Moving further south, it was a chilly day for the Royal Dragoon Guards. Their medal parade at York Racecourse took place in the snow today. A battlefield ambulance belonging to 212 Field Hospital has been helping out at Hampshire Hospital in Sheffield today, transporting some mothers and new babies around the hospital and also home. And 212 Field Hospital has also been using its Land Rovers to help out the police in the area. A similar thing has also been happening in Hampshire, as our reporter Tim Cooper reports.
As the south of England shivers under up to 10 inches of snow, the army have been called in to help keep the police on the streets. Land Rovers and drivers from the Defence School of Policing at Southwark Park have been working with their civilian counterparts in Hampshire.
We've been on the M27 most of the morning, working there, but we've just started now going on the back roads and it's pretty chaotic. Quite a lot of incidents so far today.
With road conditions described as treacherous, many rural areas have been all but cut off. The army vehicles have been vital to keep Hampshire police mobile to deal with scores of weather-related incidents.
We've got a limited number of four-wheel drive vehicles. With the conditions today, it's very difficult. If you're in a two-wheel drive vehicle or rear-wheel drive vehicle, you can't drive very carefully. So having the army's vehicles has made our job a lot easier and has basically given us a visible presence on the roads.
There have been 3 joint patrols like this working out of Portsmouth. They keep mobile and have dealt with road traffic incidents as they come across them, as well as responding to call-outs. It's certainly an unusual sight, seeing police and army working so closely together.
It's the first time I've worked with Hampshire Police. Obviously at the police college ourselves, the military, we're not really in a policing role as such. We don't really go out on patrols like we would in a normal unit, so it's been a bit different as normal. But yeah, it's been enjoyable. It's been interesting, having a few conversations about the way we do things, but it's been good.
There's a dozen or so joint patrols like this operating in rural parts of Hampshire, with RMP personnel from Aldershot and troops from Longmoor Camp near Petersfield helping the police. And as darkness falls and the slush on the roads turns to ice, it's likely the Army Land Rovers will really come into their own. Tim Cooper, Forces News, Wickham.
Well, some good news today as well. The search and rescue teams up and down the country aren't reporting any increases in call-outs. RAF Bryce Norton has escaped rather lightly as well. The air bridge hasn't been affected by the snow. BFG hasn't escaped so lightly though, as our reporter Laura Hawkins reports from Herford.
Well, we're here in Herford at Wentworth Barracks, and although it's been snowing on and off for the last week now, there certainly hasn't been as much chaos as over in the UK. The German law states that you need winter tyres fitted and also that you need to clear your pavement of snow before you go to work. But here at Lister School, the kids are absolutely loving it.
Well, here at Rhine Garrison on the German-Dutch border, a light covering of snow and sub-zero temperatures has meant some people have come into work a little later than normal today, but otherwise services seem to be running normally. Roads and schools are all open. The only real complaint I've heard today is about the closure of airports, not here, but in Britain.
Yes, here in Houna Garrison we've had our first day of snow, and what a day it's been. As you can see from the Houna Roundhouse behind me, we've had about 10 to 15 centimetres drop all in one day. It's all been completely mad. Some school children have been sent home early, and we're not too sure if all the schools will be opened by tomorrow morning. It'll all be down to the state of the roads. We're just hoping that this is not the first day of a very bad winter.
Well, even the mighty Ark couldn't escape the snow this week. Here, pictured off the Isle of Wight on her way to Portsmouth. Well, wrap up warm, this snow is set to continue for a few days yet. Claire Sadler, Forces News, RAF Halton.